What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a Liverpool or Everton-Liverpool Merseyside derby post-match reaction and analysis video. And what is going wrong at Liverpool FC? Although a result like this at Everton is no surprise, because guess what? The last 6 Premier League away games, 4 of them at Goodison, ended in a 0-0 draw, which is an absolutely astonishing result. In 2018, 19 and 20, Everton-Liverpool played out a 0-0 draw, and now we play out a 0-0 draw again. But how on earth did this game end in a 0-0 draw? Because there were so many opportunities. Everton hit the post, Liverpool hit the post twice, they hit the bar once, so Liverpool hit the frame of the goal 3 times, and on the balance of play, Liverpool could have won this, but they could have lost this as well. And I think there is a major concern about Liverpool's fitness levels and what kind of preseason did Liverpool do. Did we overwork the players? Because the players lack intensity, they lack match sharpness, and especially in the passing department. And also it doesn't help when some of the key players for Liverpool, like Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robertson, Jordan Henderson, James Milner, are so off form, and Mo Salah are not in the best form as well. But I also don't understand some of the tactics that Liverpool play with. Salah was so wide in this game. He was hugging the touchline up until like the 75th minute. Salah had 1 touch in the Everton box, 1 touch. How do you expect your best goal scorer to score goals and win the game for you when he has 1 touch in the box in the first like 75 minutes? Last season we smashed Everton 4-1 here. Salah scored 2 goals, and this time he wasn't really involved. Probably this will be mainly because, of course, Liverpool have so many injuries. That's a mitigating circumstance. But I always feared when Liverpool started the season with 10 injured players that we will drop so many points until we can get our best players back, that Man City will run away at the top of the Premier League table. But it's Man City and Arsenal at the moment who are running away at the top of the table. I don't think Arsenal will stay there, but it's a major concern that Liverpool dropped 9 points already in the first 6 games of the season. 9 points from 6 is mid-table mediocrity. Let me say it like this, if you extrapolate that throughout the whole season. I think in the first half, Liverpool didn't play well. We again played so many sloppy passes, and Liverpool were actually lucky not to go behind, because Tom Davies hit the post after Joe Gomez's very poor clearance. Joe Gomez had a little bit of a suspect first half. The second half he improved much. Don't really want to criticize Joe Gomez too much. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold, he deserves all the criticism that he gets. And is it because there is really no backup right back for Liverpool to threaten his place? Is it because Trent Alexander-Arnold just feels that he can't do anything to get out of this Liverpool team, because there is really no one to take Trent Alexander-Arnold's place? So is it complacency, or is it just he's the most out of form top player at Liverpool at the moment? I'm not sure what it is, but his passing was so bad. I checked at half-time. Trent Alexander-Arnold lost possession 15 times in the first half. That's absolutely shocking. He basically gave Everton back possession 15 times. Wow. He had a 75% pass accuracy. That's also not very good, even though it's probably way below his average. And also there was an instance when Anthony Gordon shoots after Luis Diaz miscontrols the ball. Alisson saves, and then he launches a counter-attack, and Trent Alexander-Arnold goes forward, and if he plays this very simple pass correctly to Darwin Núñez, Liverpool had a 3-on-2 situation, or 4 attackers on 2 defenders, or 3 attackers on 2 defenders, and yet it was like a 5-yard pass, and yet Trent Alexander-Arnold mishits it so much that the Everton player gets the ball, and Darwin Núñez was like, "What are you doing, bro?" And I was like, "What are you doing, bro? That's such a simple pass in a Premier League, on a Premier League level, especially for a normally world-class player like Trent Alexander-Arnold." And that was just one example of many where the attacks broke down because of Liverpool's sloppy passes. I don't really want to single out Trent Alexander-Arnold. And even though Liverpool didn't play well in the first half, we still could have taken the lead. After Everton hit the post, Liverpool hit the post and hit the bar in one attack, which was absolutely incredible sequence of events. A brilliant through ball over the top of the defense and the midfield by Joe Gomez, and Darwin Núñez runs through, and I think he should have done this more, to run in behind the Everton backline, and he tries to score a Van Basten-esque goal. Remember that Van Basten goal which won the Euros final for the Netherlands, not sure what year it was, where he volleys it over the goalkeeper into the top far corner. If it wasn't for Jordan Pickford's incredible heroics, Darwin Núñez would have scored a similar goal. Jordan Pickford tips it onto the bar, and then from the rebound, Luis Diaz picks the ball up, he dribbles inside and unleashes a brilliant rocket which cannons off the post as well. And I'm sure at halftime Jurgen Klopp gave a right rollicking to the Liverpool team, because in the second half they came on and we played like we are supposed to play. For 15 minutes or 20 minutes, from minute 45 to minute like 65, Liverpool played some of the best football that this season has seen, and yet we had nothing to show for it, because Jordan Pickford was absolutely incredible. He made save after save after save, but also, I have to admit, some of our shots were comfortable saves for Pickford. Some of them were in the corner. Bobby Firmino came on for the injured Carvalho. I thought Carvalho did okay, and I was so happy that James Milner didn't start. What I didn't understand is, why did we take off Tsimikas, who actually was one of our most dangerous attacking players. He was constantly bombing up and down the left wing, whipping in great crosses. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, even though he didn't have the best 45 minutes, in the first 20 minutes of the second half, he was actually pretty decent. But Jurgen Klopp brings on James Milner for the last 25 minutes. And this substitution, I don't understand. I'm the last man to criticize Jurgen Klopp, but he got it wrong this time, in my opinion, because James Milner was absolutely awful after he came on. He was constantly rinsed and getting mugged off by the fast wingers of Everton. I mean, even Alex Iwobi were made to look like a brilliant player by James Milner. Everton's wingers were having a field day, and I think after Milner came on, that changed the momentum again. The momentum was with Liverpool, but the relentless high pressing stopped when Milner came on. And yes, Matip came on as well, and Diogo Jota as well, but they couldn't really do many things in the second half. Milner came on in the 59th minute for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Andy Robertson came on, but he wasn't as good as Tsimikas. Robertson is just not in form. Trent Alexander-Arnold is not in form. What I would have done is I would have kept Trent on, maybe bring on Robertson for Tsimikas, but I wouldn't have brought on James Milner. I would have brought on, yes, Jota and Matip. Those are really good substitutions, but not for Elliott and Darwin Núñez. I mean, why do you bring on a centre-back for an attacking player when you are trying to win the game? I didn't really understand that. I would have maybe put Matip on for Joe Gomez and put Jota on for like Harvey Elliott, and just really try to flood the Everton box. And Liverpool should have played more intense and short passing football. Sometimes we hoofed the ball too much, especially in the first half. And Liverpool have a lot of problems to solve. And I think Liverpool will improve massively once Thiago is back. He's the glue that keeps this team together. But Liverpool have a lot of issues at the moment. Our defense looks shaky. Virgil van Dijk is not his usual imperious self. And also the players lack intensity. And I'm not sure if it's the mental or physical or both, but still, even with all the problems that Liverpool have, with all the injuries, all the disjointment, Liverpool still could have won this game. I mean, we had 8 shots on target, 23 shots, Everton just had 14 shots, 3 on target, so it's 2 points dropped, another 2 points dropped, and now that's 4 games out of 6 that Liverpool haven't won. Just 2 wins out of 6 games is not title winning form, and at the moment Man City are playing perfectly. They have the best goal scorer in the Premier League, Erling Haaland at the moment, and Liverpool are just not on that level. At the moment Liverpool look like a top 4 team, barely, but the next few weeks will be very, very telling, and I think not investing in the Liverpool midfield is still a major issue. James Milner should have long been given the marching orders. He shouldn't be around the Liverpool squad anymore. We should have signed a player like Matheus Nunes to replace James Milner. Henderson should be a squad player instead of a starting 11 player. We should have signed, yes, Artur Melo is a great signing, but we should have signed another player like Matheus Nunes instead of James Milner. And also, did Liverpool just get conditioning wrong in pre-season? Because we look exhausted. We don't look like a team who has the energy to go for 95 minutes, relentless pressure, intensity, high pressing. That's what Liverpool were famous for. Where is that this season? That's what I want to know. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.